Well, hello everybody and welcome to Dragonfly. This is the area, if you remember seeing a video I did called Book of Abac, this is the area where Abac's family started. This is their origin. When they first settled on these shores, having left the Finnish Russian border, what's Finnish mainland, and they settled over here. They can travel anywhere in their dimension, but this was an area where they kept their history. When I say history, if you saw the Book of Abac, you saw some signage in that. This is predominantly about the Book of Edgar. So I have done some drone footage, and in truth it's one of the most stupid places to fly a drone. Never try and fly them in a forest. Oh dear, it's the least funny thing that you'll do. But it'll give you an idea of an aerial view of them. And I mean, it's a vast area of tree geometry. And when I say it's football pitch size, believe me it is. So let's have a look, see if we can work out how the runic language works, because I believe that this is a hybrid of various runic languages or Futhark. Same thing. So you've got Elder Futhark, Medieval Futhark, you've got Finnish runic language, you've got Norwegian, you've got Swedish, Icelandic, Hungarian. So I think that this is a hybrid of some of the Scandinavian versions of that. They use the same type of shape, but they may have a different meaning depending on what type of language. Do they take something from each of those Scandinavian runic words? Don't know. How do you read the runes? With a stone, you'd cast them on a table and look at the different shapes on them. But if you use them as a language, are they leveled like 1 level, 2 level, 3 level high? And I think that's the highest they go, is 3 different. So which way do you read them? Do you read the bottom one first, then the second one, then the next one, or do you read the top one? So forth. Don't know. So we're going to find out as we go along. I'll show you the geometry, and hopefully when I've got it all put together, we'll see if Abac can help us on what some of it means. I believe it's like a diary or a book up to date, telling you this is us, this is our life. Now I believe this Dragonfly area, particularly the Book of Edgar, I think he has told me that that goes back 6 generations. So we can go back 3 generations from Abac, his father Edgar, and then Edgar's father, who's Abac Senior, and then there's another 3 generations beyond there. So he keeps telling me it goes back to about 1720. It's pretty accurate. So let's get my coat on. Let's get soaked. It's all right for you. You're going to be dry. All right, off we go. We'll see how it goes. This strange sort of K shape. See the geometrics in there? More symmetry and geometrics. As we saw these before, and I'm looking here at the geometric shapes again. It almost looks like an upside down A. It's a star. I'm saying it's a triangle, it's a star. This is tethered down here. Is this a barrier? I will. And he's saying, Abak is telling me if I would walk round it, please. So, of course I will. First one is 20. It's just the year. It's just the year. I'm going to try and come round the back of that, folks, and see if we can read it from the other side as well. We'll see what it looks like from the other side. Now, I must also say that this has all been enabled and helped as well with the help of Hofstadter. And he is a woodwose, he's an elemental. This is very three-dimensional. Star shapes. So I want to say a very big thank you to Hofstadter, whom I don't think he'll mind if I say the first time we met you were a little, he's going to say unimpressed. He's saying unimpressed. Thank you, Hofstadter. He did not know what our purpose was, and I think at that point Abak interceded. More stuff, very low level. This isn't massive big trees. This is more limb-like. Just small limbs. Be so careful where I step. I don't want to do any damage. Now come and look at this, my friends. Oh. These are footprints. These are the toes. Now see the heel. No. Gosh, it's very dark in here. I've been very ginger about this because suddenly I find myself in the middle of a particular, I'm going to say, phrase. Glyph. Look at all those verticals. And I don't want to disrupt anything because sometimes you can see very fine filigree stuff on the floor, on the ground. Is it okay to keep going back further? Back here. Set you back. Abak and Sio. Abak and Sio are accompanying me here, along with Hofstadter, who has given his permission. Have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever? This is just a minefield of... I'm going to be very careful how I have to come out the way. There's a clear pathway here. Wow. I'm in awe of what I've just seen there. Massive concentration of stuff. Now, I can't really get through these gaps. I have not seen any rock piles at all. I'm going to have to come this way. That's not to say that they don't do rock piles here. I have seen many of them in the Abak's area, and some of them are tiny and they go right underneath tree levels. So if a tree, the bottom line of trees was a foot above ground, they'd be way, way under. So you know it's not human influence. Those little ones are the work of little persons. Here we go again. Look at all of this. Look at this. This is laid on the ground. Here we go. Is this a number? Is this a number? Right. Say it could be 2 or number 20. Right, I'm hearing very loud and clearly 2020, Sally, 2020. You can see this. It's woven, and actually it's a protection stick. Alright, so that to me looks very, very similar in reverse, the reverse version of the Bluetooth sign. And the Bluetooth sign is used in Fodark. Obviously Bluetooth was a Viking, and I wonder if that's where it kind of ties in their heritage. This is where I just wonder whether sometimes some of this stuff might be very area related, so you might have more of a Native American influence on the tree geometry, the runic stuff, whereas in Europe it's very much Viking oriented. That's just my theory. Look at all of that stuff in there. Oh my word. It's almost impossible. I think my first word was right. It's almost impossible. That energy makes me feel just a little dizzy. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not nasty, it's not meant with any kind of when I say about energy levels, it's about pressure. You feel a pressure. Alright, let's leave. Thank you everybody. Thank you. So this is what I mean by the Book of Edgar, the Book of Abac. It is all like a diary. That's exactly what it is. He's just told me that. That's exactly what it is. So we saw this shape a bit further up. Asterisk. So this is not accidental. See how that branch there snapped about 6 inches above the ground by the water. Then it's brought up here so it rests into here with a snapped end. Then out again down here. It's very browny, peaty water. it was actually here was one of the first places that I really experienced mind speak. Abak and Edgar were guiding me to the area that I call Book of Edgar. Abak and Edgar who transitioned earlier this year, that's his father, Abak's father, bless his heart, what a gent. They were ribbing each other and having a little laugh, and they were discussing something, explaining something to me, and Edgar turned around and he said, "See, there is something that the father knows that the son does not." So Hofstadter tells me that he does not use cannot, does not or cannot use a physical form. It's not open to us in the same way as it is to Abak's family. Oh, but that's where we've been. That's where I've just come out of. That's kind of dark, folks. Now, I've just said that's kind of dark, and I've heard, is that Abak? Heard Abak say, "It's full of light, my dear. It's full of light." So he's referring to the sentiment of it all. Okay, let's head up the road. Altogether, this means we live in hope and prosperity, but all within this area, all who pass, all who engage, are gifted with light, and harmony. Is that correct? Light and harmony. Well, it's really wild here, and it's about poked my eyes out, so I may have taught Hofstadter some new words.